Hello, and I am checking in on December 25th. It is 2021, Christmas. I made it, still standing, been really busy, running around a bit like a nut without the shell around it. Finally, the nut has been cracked. I can find new lines under my eyes from being busy, being nonstop in a way for the past 2.5 months. Made it to the holidays, which is great. Trying to spend as much time as I can when I'm not teaching, doing what I love, which is learning languages, possible playing ping pong, and connecting with people. When I connect with people, I feel alive. When I connect with people, I feel that my life has purpose. When I connect with people, it gives me the joy that a cookie could give me, or the joy that a smile on a child's face could give me. And I try to do that whenever, however possible, in as many ways as possible. I am a Leo. It's what I explained to a group of students today, that I enjoy getting and giving attention to others, but also getting it. And what that means is I need to do things that can give me energy, which means doing activities where I get attention, but also I need to do activities that can help me be calm and clear. So on this Christmas, I bought myself 3 gifts. The first one is a book called Dunya Mojizlar. I think it's all about the world, from the edition called Boloaruchun, basically for children. Encyclopedia, an encyclopedia for children all about the world. All written in Uzbek on facts about basically civilizations around the world. So hopefully I can spend some time giving my energy to something that I do very little, unfortunately, which is reading. I do reading for work-related activities, but I would say I spend a bit too much time on social media, as many may find themselves doing as a way of relaxing. But I realized if I want to increase my language skills, I need to stop watching YouTube videos of polyglots and feeling bad about myself, and start making my own videos, right, of whatever I want to create. So that is one book. Another book is a bilingual Uzbek and Russian book titled Yirtilgan Kovushlar. And in Russian it is Stoptaniye Tufilki. Looks like the story of maybe Cinderella? Not really clear. But I'm gonna go through it, and yeah, it definitely looks like a Cinderella type story. And I need to find someone who I can read this with in Russian, and then also in Uzbek, practice defining words, translating them, and practicing my pronunciation. I've been trying to do some thinking in the language, but more speaking in the language. A lot of language, I believe, is learned by living like a child. How does a child learn a language in the initial years? Through listening, repeating, and imitating. And then eventually, they start creating sentences and grammar patterns that they've never even heard before. And it's something that I want to be able to do. When I do that, I feel that I am entering into a creative flow. This is the creative flow that I absolutely love. I can do it in English at certain moments, but not all the time. And when I do it in another language, it is really exciting. And it gives me a sense of ownership over my language experience in what I'm learning. I also will share the third book that I got, which is related to technologia. Hopefully we'll read through it and get a better sense around technology. So today I was in a school observing 2 teachers teach lessons. One did a great lesson where they actually showed how to make pancakes live with the materials that you would use for making pancakes. Another teacher talked about the benefits of working with groups. One thing I've noticed on the teachers' presentations is that they're creative, and maybe there's too many activities in some of their work, which is not bad. I'm also the same. I put a lot of activities that are not physically possible in the amount of time that I'll be allotted, and it takes longer. Things take longer when you do them with other people than the way you imagine them in your imagination. But I've enjoyed doing this observations finally, because I've been spending a lot of time just training teachers and haven't been able to observe, and it's nice to have that opportunity. I explained to the students today that, when I work in New York, I'm important, I'm special, but when I work in Uzbekistan, I feel really special. and it's something that I enjoy. My neck is hurting because I've been sitting in a car a lot, traveling to different locations, and it's also my back that's hurting, but hopefully it'll feel better over time. So when I'm in America, I'm also important. I mean, we all want to feel important, we all want to feel cared for, we all want to feel loved, but I feel a little bit more important here. Maybe because there's not as many as Americans in Uzbekistan, and it's an opportunity for me to share new ideas, have new experiences, learn new languages, learn new sounds, have a new outlook on how I live. And I really enjoy that. I really feel fed by that in a way that not a lot of things feed me in life when I just do these kind of experiences of full immersion. Haven't been doing full immersion because I've been speaking a lot of English, but I've been starting to express some ideas in Uzbek. Maybe the grammar is not proper, but the ideas are right, which is nice. So what else can I share? Went to my first Uzbek wedding. Thank you, my friend Sherzad, who was a teacher in Sanadia, and got to meet an interesting man. He actually has studied in different countries. He had the Erasmus grant, and I think is a biologist. And that is where I'm at with weddings. Hopefully, if you get to go to some others, I'll be on break for about a week or two, actually about 7 days. And I'd like to potentially visit another country, or at least visit some other cities in Uzbekistan. So I'm trying to make an itinerary. I also don't want to overplan because I've been planning so much these past couple of months that to have finally, I'm basically on, 3 months, 2 months. So I arrived October 8th, November 8th, December 8th, and now it's December 25th. So December, more or less, it's been almost 3 months, 2 months and a half, and total I'll be here up until May, so I still have another 4 or 5 months, and I'm trying my best to learn new things every day. It's hard when you don't have the energy, put a lot of my energy into what I do, and I've just been feeling really sleepy in the mornings when I wake up, which I don't really like feeling. I don't have the same freshness that I used to have. I'm going to be participating in a teacher training program after the new year. I have to see where I'm going to do the new year, what I'm going to be doing, if I can go to any other shows. I've been doing a lot of shows when I have time. Like there's a theater called Ilhom that has a lot of Ilhom, which means inspiration in Uzbek, and it has a lot of Russian shows. And I went to a kind of Christmas style Uzbek opera with a lot of songs in Uzbek, but very well-known opera singers. And also in Russian, also songs in Spanish and Italian. And they had something that was like the 3-tenor, like Pavarotti style, people singing in the, basically we're seated, and then these two guys come from the two areas on the sides, and they walk down the aisles. And then there's one other guy who comes in the middle, and it's just like very emotional and exciting. And that was great. I actually went, I didn't purchase my ticket. I was going to purchase it on the day. I arrived, I didn't realize, I think that it had already started after I had arrived, or before I arrived. So I ended up asking where I could buy a ticket. There was nowhere to buy a ticket. The guys at the front said, please just come in. Mehman, you're a guest. I was like, really? That's incredible. I really want to pay. They said, no need, welcome. And I just sat there, enjoyed the show. I left a little bit before, so I don't have to deal with too many crowds. And I really use taxi rides as an opportunity for language practice. So on my language practice on my ride home, I did that. I tried to always learn new words, new ideas, things always related to traffic. It seemed to be accidents, things related to this. I want to do more physical activity. I miss doing that. I really need it. I think if I'm not doing self-care, I'm taking care of others, and I'm hurting myself eventually. So that's where I'm standing. I have my books. I just need some language partners to practice with. I had about 160 videos that I was able to upload in the time of 2 months. I want to get to 200. Got videos online through some Telegram groups. Hopefully going to share those so that I can just keep this level of inspiration, excitement moving. May have some potential jobs lined up after. We'll see. And I would say my intention really is to have strong 500 words in Russian, 500 words in Uzbek. One thing I'll just share I've been noticing about reading Russian is technika. is that if I want to really read it better, I have to read 3 letters at a time. Right? Tek, ni, ka. Or 2 or 3 letters at a time, and that'll be easier to read really long words, because they have really long words. And in terms of Uzbek, I think my pronunciation is getting a little better. We'll see. Maybe I can explore Tajikistan or Kazakhstan or Kyrgyzstan or one of the stands in the area, and definitely need to check out some other sites in Uzbekistan. And that is where I stand right now. And I'm excited to start a teacher training program after the new year, where we're going to be working in, I think, around at least 10 different sites, 10 different schools, and we're going to be training a lot of teachers, part of a cascading model where a group of teachers train teachers, and those teachers go train other teachers, and the aim is to get 15,000 teachers trained in new, more student-centered methodologies. And that's what I'm thinking. I have some ideas. We created a sort of model, and then the teachers who I'm working with, who are just incredible, are going to be basically leading it, and I'm just trying to give some feedback on what they're doing and what their plan is, and hopefully we can make a participant manual and then a teacher trainer manual, and then those 2 things can be resources for when those teachers who are trained can go train others. They can use that as a sample. I think the what of what we teach is just as important as the how, in my opinion. If not, the how actually is more important in what I believe, but you can't have a how without a what, right? You need substance, right? But you also need to have it packaged in a way that people can understand and use and learn from and hopefully replicate. So that's where I'm standing right now. I'm excited for the journey. I really hope that my back stops hurting. I gotta do something with it. It's just super tense or tightness or something. Spent a time when I went to some villages, not for exploring, just for work. And then on the way back, I waited for maybe an hour and a half in a taxi. So I do shared transportation here. Thought I was just going alone, but somehow I ended up in shared transportation, and I just got passed from one car to another and waiting for other people to join so that the car can leave. And they really squeezed a lot of people in the cars, so it was like that. And eventually I left, I got home at 9. I just had so much pain in my back just from sitting uncomfortable with all my stuff, waiting to get home. So hopefully the pain will go away. That's where I stand right now. I'm wishing everyone a wonderful New Year's, Christmas, holidays, and hoping to just continue the energy, hopefully do some self-care. As I said before, some yoga, maybe running, reading, slowing down, letting my body just recuperate, and then maybe visit a couple cities, but in a calm way, meet some teachers that I know in those places, and hopefully explore more. This is where I stand right now. I'm excited for the journey. Oh, I am hoping to apply for a grant for getting board games to Uzbekistan. So I will apply for that very soon. Hopefully we'll get it so that I can help bring a lot of American English board games to the country. Had another idea of creating original board games themed on Uzbekistan themes. So we'll see if it's possible. I will do it because why not? And this is where I stand. And I can't wait to just keep sharing my excitement and my creativity. People really appreciate it, and they mirror it back to me, which is nice when possible. And thank you for hearing my updates. December 25th, Christmas Day. Take care.